Hi guys, this is CTK and
Green Zero.
bringing you guys yet another VoD for Kane's Ref. Yes, I believe that this is the first dual cast there is for the Kane's Ref section, and I really hope that you guys will enjoy it. So, Green Zero, why don't you tell a little bit about the players?
A little bit about the players. Well, we got Unleash and Optic, both big names. Unleash, expecting a lot of fancy moves from him, and Optic, he's one of the best players out there, and he won the last Conquer Cup, so should be impressive.
So the map is on Tournament Arena, and I'm going to start the replay in 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, so it seems like that Unleashed is playing on the bottom right side of the map, and he has got Nod, and he's just doing a standard build order.
Alright, we got Optic in the top left, and he's actually selected random, but he appears to be a GDI team at the moment. Can't confirm yet, we haven't seen any of his units. Actually, we've got Rifleman score with AP ammo, so we can confirm that he is Steel Talons.
Yes indeed, and it seems like he's going with 3 Scouting Rifleman squads, while Unleashed is going with a Shadow Team Rush. He's got 2 Shadow Teams on the field. I guess that is to counter the enemy's fast expansion, or he's trying to snipe out the enemy's engineer.
So we can see that both sides taking their spikes now. Unleashed obviously hoping to knock out a power plant and slow down the War Factory build. And really it's the best level for it. Small map, he can get there pretty quick, and looks like he's going to cut off that War Factory.
And does it make it in time? Yes, it does. The War Factory was like 2 seconds away from being deployed, but very good play from Unleashed. Delayed it with a lot. So meanwhile, Unleashed is doing pretty good on his economy. His War Factory is popping up right now, and I'm getting a frame drop. Okay, it's back up.
Alright, so we can see Unleashed scouts not Unleashed, sorry, Optic scouts pinpricking away that power plant there, while Unleashed has his shadow teams back in. And look at that fantastic use of amp. He amps out the refinery and gets one of the towers, and he gets all his shadow teams away with the destruction of one of the power plants. Nice move.
Yes, it is. And no, it's not Unleashed. Optic is now just spamming all these watchtowers to try and counter those shadow teams, but he really needs to get a pitbull out. His pitbull has a much larger stealth detection.
Alright, we can see now that despite the early harassment by Unleashed, he really hasn't got too much to show for it. I mean, he's 2 harvesters ahead, and he's slowed down Optic's economy here, but I don't really think he's going to be able to achieve too much. And look at that, comm center down by Optics, so maybe he's thinking about going on the offensive with some air.
So let's talk a little bit about economy. So Optic has 2 harvesters working on 1 refinery. He's a little bit low on that, but he just got his airfield out, while Unleashed got 3 harvesters working on 1 refinery. But he has only got, he has now got 4 harvesters, but he has no units on the field except for those 2 shadow teams.
Alright, so he's probably hoping to go back and make an impact with those 2 shadow teams perhaps later on in the game. Although he's moving them back towards Optic's base. We can see Pitbull's out. Not much to show for that airfield, unfortunately. And look at that, he has upgraded both those power plants, making them super vulnerable to those shadow teams, which are now trying to get away from those pitbulls. So I'm not sure whether this is going to turn out too good for Optic at the moment, but Unleashed appears to be, a real lack of units at the moment, going for bikes though.
Yeah, but bikes is a bad choice to counter pitbulls or orcas, which I'm seeing right now, since bikes have paper armor, but wow, bikes really deal a lot of damage in Kane's Ref.
Yeah, we can see those 2 orcas there both go down. I mean, it's 1 rocket to a bike, but those bikes can knock an orca from the sky in 1 volley because there's 4 of them. Probably don't need 4 of them to take out an orca, but we can see the Optics using the orcas to hunt down those bikes. Not sure if it's such a good idea. He's going to take these guys out here, and look at that. I think his orca's going to be alright. You better pull that one back.
That was very lucky. 1 more shot and that's the Orca was down. It looks like that the pit bulls are now coming in to harass the harvesters with the Orcas for support, and he's just sniping off those bikes, since it only takes 2 pit bull shots to take down a bike, while it takes 4 bike shots to take down 1 pit bull.
And we can see now Optics using his air and his pit bulls. He's actually taken out 1 harvester, and he's almost got a second. He's probably going to get that one too. He's really achieved quite a lot with such a few units at the moment, so this is really going to help him get back into the game, especially since he's 1 rep down on Unleashed.
Okay, so Optic continues to spam with his Orcas, and he's also going to expand with his MCV to the middle green Tiberium field.
And we can see now that Unleashed is getting some infantry on the field. His harvesters still being constantly attacked. We can see Optic force firing his Orcas not necessary. He could have used their pulse scan and finished off that harvester. And I don't know what Optic's going to do about expansion. I don't think he has the funds to set up. He moved his Konya, but he's not going to achieve much there.
Yes, and I just saw that the shadow teams bombed the airfield. One shadow team is not enough to kill an airfield, but it's just fun to it's always good to harass your opponent to keep them on their toes, because if you had 1 more, that airfield would have gone down with 2 Orcas on it.
Yeah, so we can see now Unleashed really working his expansion. He needs to get some defense up though. Look, he's got enemy units all in his Tiberium field, and he's going to pay for that. I mean, he's got about the same amount of units as Optic, but they're all in his base, and they're not even protecting the harvesters. This is going to allow Optic to really get back into the game a little bit, I think.
Yes, I think so too. And well, Unleashed is going to spam lots of rocket squads, and he got some bikes out, 3 bikes actually, and he's going to try and snipe out some Orcas, and he succeeds to get 1, but he traded off. Wait, no. He managed to get 2 Orcas, but all his 3 bikes died.
We can see now infantry moving in by Unleashed. Not supported at all, but they did overwhelm that wolf we saw there. Unleashed really pumping his economy now. He really should have more to show for what he's got, and he's still allowing those Orcas to fly around his base. That's not good. I mean, he's putting up the air defenses now, but Optics already made a pretty big difference in terms of harvesters destroyed.
Yes, indeed. And the tier 2 from Unleashed is on, so I guess, does that mean quad turrets, or doesn't that get researched very much in Kane's Wrath?
Yeah, no, we don't really see quad turrets being researched. It's not really something that the NOD players value. I mean, the laser turrets aren't built that often, and the shredder turrets aren't really a main force. I mean, unless your enemy's spamming inf, which it doesn't look like Optics can do. He's more he's got more of his attention focused on getting his economy back up, and he's definitely going to need some more units pretty soon, because Unleashed is getting powerful.
Yes, indeed. Let's see about the economy. Optic has 3 harvesters on his expansion, and he has 3 harvesters on his main field, while Unleashed main field is dried up, and he's got 2, 4, 6, 7 harvesters on his expansion. Plus he is base crawling to his blue field, and it seems like that he's in tier 3.
Yeah, so we can see the tier 3 by Unleashed, but I don't think he's got the economy for it. As we can see, his build's kind of slowing down at the moment, but I really think Optic needs to perhaps get to his blue field, which he's doing, but he's got to watch out for those bikes, because he's definitely going to need this blue tib without his tech center.
Yes, and those bikes, I think, will get tip core. No, Unleashed is not researching anything, so his bikes will not get the upgrade. And look at that, we see a hammerhead out for Optic, and that hammerhead was, I think, to counter the massive militant rocket squad spam. And on the tops, and on Unleashed blue field, we just saw a heavily damaged Titan